Good afternoon, YouTube and those beyond. My name is ArraySeven, bringing you some helpful tips towards taming the majestic beast known as the Blutsauger. This syringe gun grants +3 health on hit in exchange for -2 health per second on the wearer, reducing the recently damaged medic's health regeneration rate from 3 per second to 1 per second, and a not so recently damaged medic from 6 per second to 4 per second. At point blank, the Blutsauger does 13 damage, with the minimum being 5 accounting for the damage fall-off, with crits clocking at 30 damage per syringe. The Blutsauger is most effective at medium to close range, and is the ideal option when you are on low to medium health. Manage to pincushion them with a clip of gonorrhea, and that easily scores you well over a medium health pack. This syringe gun is abysmal at long range and should be only fired at long distance to farm a few health points on the victim. When you are in a situation that you need to escape from, spraying the Blutsauger at an enemy is an excellent tactic to buy you an extra second or two of time to get away into a health pack. Now, the Blutsauger in general is a weapon that is tricky to become accurate with. The syringes travel at a moderate speed and are also affected by gravity, meaning leading targets becomes tricky at best. However, because of this travel speed, it allows the medic to fire projectiles at an enemy and be gone by the time they reach their target. This is especially useful when trying to drain a few points of health from the enemies and not draw much attention to yourself. Syringes themselves are smaller than a rat's nipple, so seeing them amongst the hodgepodge of the battlefield becomes fairly difficult and a lot of confusion. It should also be noted that it is in a lot of cases necessary to lead the targets a bit more radically than expected, especially if you yourself are traveling in a strafing motion with the target. If this is the case, use the first few needles in your clip to gauge where the crosshair should be placed while using a mild spray. Then with that newfound sweet spot, mow him down with the AIDS rifle. Reload as often as possible. The syringe gun has a very short reload time, which means that you only need a small window to replace the Tupperware clip thing in the back of the gun. To get this opportunity, use the terrain to your advantage and disorient the enemy. The 3 health sounds like a petty upside, but for the survivability of the combat medic, it's an ideal element, as well as a deadly weapon of choice against the unaware. In most cases, tunnels and bridges are your friends. When an opposing player is hot on your heels, he is confined in a small space, thus making it more difficult to avoid needles and more likely your shots will land on the target. Simply by drawing the Blutsauger and backpedaling, you can either cancel their life subscription or force them to bail, all the while your health is being refilled faster than they can deplete it. But the best advice I can give you is to practice. You'll soon get the hang of it, and before you know it, you'll be sticking needles in your enemies faster than a drug addict in an evidence locker. My name is ArraySeven, and I wish you all good luck in your future misdemeanors.